Now Maharaji is describing the third manifestation of the Supreme Divinity. And who is that third manifestation? Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is the same Paramatma sitting inside. And he is the same all-pervading Brahman. So what is the difference? As Bhagavan, all his Shaktis are manifesting. So, Sarva Shakti Prakatyaho. And he is doing Leelas. Now the formless Brahman doesn't do any Leelas. Why? Because the Shaktis are not manifest. So the formless Brahman cannot even do Kripa. Because Kripa is also a Shakti. See, Jagadguru Shankaracharya, he has said one verse, Akasmadasmakam yadinu kurushe sneha matatad vasasvasviyantar vimal jatharesmin punarapi. He says, Akasmadasmakam yadinu kurushe sneha matatad. Oh, Supreme Brahman, you cannot do anything. Because Shankaracharya accepted the Brahman as Avyakt Shakti Rahit. He is only Satta Matra, Shakti Rahit. So he says, oh Supreme Brahman, you cannot do anything. So please come and reside in my heart. Now Kripaluji Maharaj says, if I met Shankaracharya, I would ask him that if Brahman cannot do anything, then how are you asking him to come and sit in the heart? This also requires effort. So that formless Brahman is only Sat, Chit and Anand. Sat Chidanand. He is not manifesting any of the Shaktis. And as Bhagavan, he is manifesting all the Shaktis. So what is the complete realization of God? Ramakrishna Paraman says, if you are far from the market, what can you make out? There's a sound coming, and a little light. But you go closer, you find one person is coming here, one person going there, somebody saying, hey. And then when you go closer, you say, oh, she is selling haldi and he is selling golgappas and she is selling so-and-so. Now you see the market as it is. And when you saw it from far, all you could make out was a din. When you came closer, you made out a little more. Similarly, when you realize the Supreme Divinity from far, then you realize him as the formless Brahman. When you realize him closer, then you see, oh, he's sitting in everybody's hearts. And you realize him even closer, oh, he takes an avatar and displays so many wonderful pastimes. So, what is the difference between these? Again, not that Bhagavan is bigger than Brahman. They are all the same. The difference is in the rasa. Just like, have you eaten sugar cane? Yes. Everybody, every Indian has taken sugar cane, right? Have you ever eaten the fruit of the sugar cane tree? Yes? It doesn't have a fruit. How will you eat it? Okay, never mind. Have you eaten the fruit of the mango tree? Everybody's eaten. Indian mango, king of fruits. No Mexican mango can compare with it. Bolo Bharat Mata ki jai. So, now suppose you sit and eat the fruit of the tree, the mango tree, and somebody by your side starts eating the leaves. What will you say? He is not half mad, he is full mad. He's leaving the fruit and eating the leaves. But tell me, you are very intelligent? Ah, yes, I am double MA. All right, all right. But after all, it is one tree. The same tree has its leaves and twigs and branches and fruits. And even if it's just one tree, for the leaf you are saying that he is half mad, and for the fruit you are saying very intelligent. Why? Well, you know, it is the same thing, but the ras in the fruit is unmatched. The leaf can never come close to it. So the difference is in the ras. Now, supposing there was fruit on the sugarcane tree, just suppose, how sweet that would be. When the tree is so sweet, how sweet would the fruit be? So many people say that why did Brahma not make fruits on the sugarcane tree? Some people fight with Brahma. वाह वाह धाता तुझे आता न जाता कुछ फिर भी विधाता बता कैसे कहलाता है सोने में सुगंध नहीं कस्तूरी में कांटा किए वाह वाह बूढ़े ब्रह्मा सृष्टि के सिरजने में तूने तो निकाला निज बुद्धि का दीवाला है. But suppose Brahma ji had actually created fruit on the sugarcane tree. Hypothetical case. How sweet that would have been. So the difference that would have existed between the ras of the sugarcane tree in comparison to the fruit, that is the difference between the ras of the formless Brahman and the personal form of God. It is one ras that has become sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, like good, better, and best. Like there is gud, jaggery, and then there is shakkar, brown sugar, and then there is mishri, sugar candy. They are all the same thing, but they are coming from sweeter to sweeter to sweetest. So the sweetest ras you get is from Bhagavan. Now suppose one wife has a husband who never looks at her, and she is also never allowed to look at him. Will that wife ever find contentment? So what kind of husband is this? So similarly, if you have your Lord whom you can never see, only when you get into samadhi, when your mind is focused upon that Brahman, you experience him within. Then the ras is so infinitesimal compared to that. Sukhani gosh padayante brahmanyapi jagat guru. Tvat sakshat karna lahade vishuddhabdisthitasya me. The Hari Sukhodaya Samhita is saying that the comparison between Brahmanand and Premanand, the bliss of the formless Brahman and the bliss of the personal Bhagavan, is like comparing the ocean with the water in the hoof mark of a calf. So tiny in comparison to that. Tulsidas ji has gone even further. He says, Soi sukha lavalesh, bar ik jin sapne hu lahyu, te nahi ganahi khages, brahma sukhahi sajjan sumati. He says that if you get a lavalesh of Premanand, the divine love bliss of Sri Krishna or Sri Ram, if you get a lavalesh of it, you know what is lavalesh? You take a needle and you put it this way, the pointed part up, and then you pour water on it. The amount of water that remains on the needle tip is called lavalesh. Does anything remain? You cannot see with the eye. You need a microscope to see it. That is lavalesh. So Tulsidas ji says, if you get a lavalesh of Premanand in your dreams, बार एक जिन सपने हूं लहियो, ते नहीं गण ही खगेश ब्रह्म सुख सज्जन सुमिति. You will get detached from Brahmanand. What to talk about Rasgullanand and Vishayanand and Jagadanand. Such is the divine love bliss of the personal form of God. So this example you people have heard from me many times. One mother has got a child in her womb. For 15 years of marriage, she never had any children. So she was going, hey Bhagavan, hey Devaji, hey Deviji, going for medical treatment. Finally, she's got a child. She's so happy. I'm going to be a mother. Have you become a mother? No, it's just a matter of few months. Now, for those few months, she gets so much of misery, but she doesn't think of it. I'm going to have a child. Now the child is born. The child is 1 day old. The child is 4 days old. The child is 1 year old. And the child is 2 years old. Now the mother is fully attached, right? By the time he's 2 years. So the mother has got the child in the lap and says, Mother, this child who is in your lap was also in your womb. Is the bliss the same? Says, are you crazy? Was that any bliss? That was only pain and misery for 9 months. This is the real bliss. I can see my child, I can cuddle my child, I can serve my child. That was only a feeling I've got a child. Similarly, the jnani, in his samadhi, only gets a feeling of the formless Brahman. And the devotee can experience his Bhagavan with each of his senses. So the whole experience becomes sweeter. So how is this Premanand? Tulsidas ji explains in the Ramayana. Tattva prema karu mama aru tora janat priya eku man mora. If the man unites, that is love. So the Jnani's mind has united. But that doesn't give the bliss that the Bhakta gets. So what bliss the Bhakta gets? Tulsidas ji gives a little sample. Bahuri vadana vadhu anchal dhaki piyatan chitahi bhaw kari vaki khanjan manju teri che nayanani nij pati kahehu tenhahi siya sayanani. You see, when Sita ji was going with Ram and Lakshman into the forest, so after they've left Maharshi Bharadwaj's ashram and they crossed over Yamuna and they proceeded. So the village folks, they would see, wow, these three, they seem like celestial beings. They seem like Rajkumar, Rajkumari. Who are you? So when they rested in one place, the village ladies, they requested Sita ji, can you please come? Sita ji realized that they want to speak to me personally. She went close to them. Now those village ladies asked her, who is this and who is that? You see, one lady is seen with two gents. Who is this and who is that? The simple village women. So for Lakshman ji, Sita ji just explained in simple words, he's my Devar, my brother-in-law. And he? Now, if she had been a Sita of 21st century, she would have said that, he is so-and-so, just called out the name, or Pappu ke Papa, or any different way people say it. But Sita ji did not do any of that. Bahuri vadana vadhu anchal dhaki. She covered her face with the anchal, and merely with her eyebrows and indications from her eyes, she said, hamare wo hai. So the village ladies, acha, we've understood. So nice. When you come back, please come here again. We'll have your darshan at that time as well. So this is the divine love bliss that is experienced in Dvait. When you are separate from God and serving Him. And when you merge into God, that becomes Advait. So this divine love bliss finishes. It's like somebody says, do you like Rasgulla? Yes, Swamiji. You like? Sure. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, then become a Rasgulla. Now, if you become a Rasgulla, what bliss will you get from the Rasgulla? You will only get the bliss if you remain separate from it and relish it. That is why Dvaitam mohaya bodhat prag jate bodhe manishaya bhaktyartham kalpitam dvaitam advaitadapi sundaram. Before liberation, Dvait is the cause of bondage, mine and yours, this duality. After liberation, the Dvait is even sweeter than the Advait. We are one with God, and yet we are relishing His pastimes and serving Him. So that bliss you get from Bhagavan. So Kripaluji Maharaj says that all his Shaktis are manifest there. Which Shaktis? Saukumarya, Saushalya, Saurasya, Roop Madhuri, Murli Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Balalila Madhuri, and infinite more. However, there is a catch to it. What is the catch? The catch, you see, like you have always heard from me, right? There are no free lunches. So you want all this bliss? It's not going to be easy. So this Bhagavan is not easy to understand. That is the whole problem. Jade mohahi buddhohi sukhare. Ramacharit. The nature of the Ramcharit is such that people become totally confused. He is Ram. Yes. So how come he is lamenting for his wife? Bhagavan should be Anandmay. And if he is Bhagavan, then how come he doesn't know where Sita is gone? And if he is Bhagavan, then why does he need advice from Vibhishan on how to kill Ravan? And in any case, if he is Bhagavan, he should be Sarva Vyapak, all-pervading. Then how can he ever be separated from Sita? Somebody who is all-pervading, how can he ever be separated from Sita? So these questions, if you want the divine love bliss, you will have to understand this and reconcile it. Like, see, we all worship Radha Krishna, their divine forms. They are most enchanting, right? They seem to grow more and more beautiful every time you see them, right? And then they call Sitaram, who are equally beautiful, if not more. So we have got no problem. We will do pranam, we'll do dandavat pranam, we'll do sashtang pranam. But if the same Radha Krishna, they came out of the temple and Krishna told Radha, you sit on a motorcycle. And we met them, at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. And they were eating a pizza or something. And then Mukundaran said, he is Bhagavan. Bhagavan? To hell with your Bhagavan and to hell with Mukundaran. Both cancelled. So similarly, the saints say, Krishna is Bhagavan. Bhagavan? But he is going and stealing butter from the houses of the gopis. What kind of Bhagavan is he? So, Sri Krishna, in the Gita, he is not talked about the Leelas, that he does in the Bhagavatam. But in the Gita, he does say, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Arjun, one who understands the divine rahasya of my jan and my karma, my birth and my karma or leelas, will never come back in this world again. Why? Because he will then have faith and with divine bhav engage in my worship, which will result in the purification of the mind and liberation from Maya.